Well, let's get to the latest in the run-up to the Bihar elections. Now, days ahead of that, the NDA has announced its seat-sharing formula, and after LGP decided that they're not going to be part of the alliance in Bihar, while they back the BJP, they don't want to fight along with the JDU. They've pretty much been nudged out of the entire equation. So the seat-sharing formula only includes JDU, the BJP, and out of the JDU's quota, some amount of seats will be given to the Hindustani Awam Morcha as well. That's essentially 243 seats, out of which JDU will contest on 122 and BJP will contest on 121. LGP will now have to figure its own plan to fight the elections. Listen in to what was said.
जनता दल यू है, उसके जिम्मे 122 सीटें दी गई हैं और उसी के अंतर्गत हम पार्टी को, जीतन राम मांझी जी की पार्टी को, उसी के अंतर्गत हम लोगों ने 7 सीटें दी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में 121 सीटें हैं और उसी के अंतर्गत इन लोगों की बातचीत जो इन्होंने बताया कि अंतिम चरण है विकासशील इंसान पार्टी के साथ, उसी के अंतर्गत उनको सीटें देंगे। और जहां तक दोनों के बीच में कंस्टिट्यूएंसी का सवाल है, कौन कौन विधानसभा क्षेत्र किनके जिम्मे है, उसका भी निर्णय हो चुका है।
Meanwhile, the BJP has made it very clear that anybody who wants to be part of the alliance has to recognize that it is Nitish Kumar who's going to be part of the leadership and their face. And if they don't do that, then they don't have to be part of the NDA. Very clear message they're really coming in from Sushil Modi, senior BJP leader in Bihar. Listen in.
आप सब जानते हैं कि जेडीयू के साथ हिंदुस्तान आवाम मोर्चा भी एनडीए गठबंधन का एक अहम साझेदार है। लोजपा हमारे सहयोगी थे, किंतु बिहार में भाजपा और जेडीयू का जो गठबंधन है, उसमें श्री नीतीश कुमार जी ही हमारे गठबंधन के चेहरे हैं। इसमें कोई भ्रम नहीं है। लोजपा नेता श्री रामविलास पासवान जी का हम सम्मान करते हैं और वह जल्दी स्वस्थ हो जाए, इसकी भी हम ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करते हैं।
कै गो सीट है बिहार विधानसभा में? 2 है ना? तो बीजेपी ने और जेडीयू ने तो टिकट दे करके राज्यसभा पहुंचाया। तो ये सब बात जो कोई बोलता रहता है, हमको उसे क्या मतलब है? और आप जरा बता दीजिए कि जो पार्लियामेंट का चुनाव हुआ जिसमें 6 सीट मिली, तो कौन नहीं होगा? कितना बार मेरे साथ रामविलास पासवान जी गए हैं, सुशील मोदी जी, हम और रामविलास पासवान जी कई जगह मीटिंग में गए हैं, जरा बताइए।
Well, let's move on and let's also turn our attention to the state of Tamil Nadu, where also preparations for the elections have begun. And in fact, there's been a massive rift within the AIADMK about who the next CM candidate is going to be. Hectic meetings in the last many days. A lot of grandstanding comments and counter comments have actually taken place. Now, as we speak, we are given to understand that a meeting is being held by Opanir Selvam along with senior AIADMK members at his residence. The meeting is being attended by Tamil Nadu ministers D.J. Kumar, S.P. Velamani, Thangamani and R.B. Uday Kumar. And this comes just a day before the party is set to announce who its CM face is going to be for the assembly elections next year. Now, we are given to understand that Opanir Selvam has agreed to back off, to withdraw from the CM candidature, provided 11-member steering committee is made to really run the party. Let's in fact get some more details and expert views. Mr. Arun Ram, resident editor for Times of India Chennai, is joining me this evening. Mr. Ram, for our viewers to understand, this rift has gone on for a while, but does it look like we are headed towards an agreement on who the CM face should be?
I think there's no question about who the CM candidate is going to be. It has to be Edappadi Palaniswamy. But then what OPS is trying to do is drive a hard bargain, which he has been doing for the last 2-3 weeks. It all started with some poster campaigns in Theni and wherever he has his strongholds, a few strongholds, so to say. But I think what has happened is that EPS is also playing his cards close to his chest. Maybe it's going to be a very tough game for both the leaders. and the AIADMK is in a very precarious position when it comes to projecting a CM candidate. It's not so much about projecting the CM candidate. There's a struggle between these two, the fight between these two people. It's about OPS would like to split the responsibilities, one for the party and one for the government. For almost 4 years, EPS, Edappadi Palaniswamy, emerging as a leader of both the government and the party. While O. Paneer said wanted the party for him, and government was able to, he was willing to concede that you can be a candidate. But he knows for the fact that OPS knows for the fact that EPS will have to, because OPS doesn't have the numbers at all in terms of MLAs and support within the party or the government. But then today, I think that there was an effort by the EPS camp to checkmate him. It's all now, it has all boiled down to a man. Because OPS, if you know, for the last 3 years, he has been asking for a steering committee, as you said, steering committee. So in Tamil, it could mean different things. So will that be a steering committee or will that be a guiding committee? Here is a bit of semantics, so it's going to play a bit of politics because a guidance committee will not entirely displace the existing system of a coordinator and a joint coordinator. The coordinator being OPS himself, and the joint coordinator being EPS. Now EPS wants to take control, and I think he's well within his rights because he has got absolute control over the government and the party. So this struggle, I don't think it's going to end by tomorrow, despite the fact that they are going to come out with a list of people who are going to be in this so-called steering committee or guidance committee, guiding committee, whatever you call it. But the struggle will be on the constitution, how they are going to constitute this committee, who all are going to be in this committee. That is going to be the next question. I think a big round of negotiation will happen. So the struggle has just happened within the AIADMK. I think they are smiling all the way.
Yes, and Mr. Arun Ram, for a party that's, for the longest time has had one person at the helm who's taken the decisions, who's been the undisputed leader, will it spell more bad news to have this kind of a format where there is a steering committee, multiple people challenging each other's authority with varied views, trying to get more power? Does it look like the party will be able to get its house in order on time for elections?
Party has never been in order, so to say, right from the moment J. Jayalalitha died. So the party has been in disarray, but they had kind of out of convenience, people have come together, and I would say that it's a miracle that this government has been alive for more than 3.5 years. But now, as they face the election, things are changing. OPS is trying to assert himself. Even today, OPS was saying, who would be the members of the steering committee? These are the questions which will come up in the next few days. It's not going to be easy, but so far the problem for OPS is that he doesn't have enough people, supporters. When he did what he called the Dharma Yuddha in 2017, just before, he had to concede defeat to EPS, he revolted against the Shashikala clan, and then he had quite a few people with him, and even those people who have been supportive of him, those people who have been his sympathizers. Now, on one hand, I think many of them are waving a white flag at EPS. So OPS is fairly friendless, so to say. So it's going to be a tough fight for OPS. But at the same time, he can do a bit of damage to the party if at all he decides to take a drastic step. That is what, the weak negotiator across the negotiating table, that's what the harm he can do. And EPS is well aware of that. So EPS is also playing his cards very, very carefully. But I think at the end of it, OPS will have to concede defeat when it comes to leadership of the government, at least. It's now the matter altogether whether the AIADMK would be able to win the election at all. But right now, the whole game is about who is going to get control over the party. Let's remember that AIADMK has been a monolithic party under MGR, under Jayalalitha. After Jayalalitha's demise, the things have changed. there's been factionalism out in the open. Just 3 days ago, just another two ministers have been at loggerheads. Kumar have been fighting with each other. So it all shows that how fragile the party has become. But at the same time, EPS has a support of a lot of MLAs, thanks to his being very liberal, so to say, with the MLAs. He said that, if you sink the ship, we all sink together. But OPS has not been able to build a rapport with more people, even with people who have been his supporters. As I said, people who have been his vociferous supporters have now been very subtly supporting him while waving the white flag at EPS. So I think it's advantage EPS right now.
Okay, so that's how the situation is stacking up right now. Very quickly, Mr. Arun Ram, there was a lot of conversation, a few weeks earlier about, the role of the BJP, the possibility of a indirect nudge to reach out to Shashikala and her camp as well. Is that still on, or has that angle for now, been put in cold storage?
BJP has been in an equally precarious position when it comes to the AIADMK in Tamil Nadu because of two factors. Of course, Amit Shah and company would have loved always to play the puppeteer in Tamil Nadu. But if you look at it just 6 months ago, there was a time when the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu put his foot down and disagreed, for the first time, disagreed with many things that the centre said. If you look at the farm laws, very contentious thing. SRB, who was an MP in Rajya Sabha, the AIADMK MP, he spoke so against the farm law. It's another matter that the party decided that it will eventually vote, though the vote never came through. So the split is wide across, and the BJP was trying to take advantage of the fact that because BJP has to strike roots in South, and Tamil Nadu would be a good place to start with. But so far it has not found luck, because one thing, it's in a dilemma because the BJP doesn't want to get into the rut that has set into the AIADMK, but also the fact that without pairing itself with either of the Dravidian parties, the BJP doesn't stand a chance to strike a chord with the people of Tamil Nadu. So it's in a bit of a flux, I would say. BJP is not clear. It's as unclear as the AIADMK is.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Arun Ram. I'm sure we'll have many more conversations, and we'll look towards you for more insights into, the build-up to the election next year and how each of the parties are drawing up their strategies. But thank you for joining us here tonight on the Urban Debate. Well, very quickly, let's also tell you that today was day 3 of Rahul Gandhi's Kheti Bachao Yatra. Rahul has been vehemently now, after the bills have been passed and cleared by the president, he's been opposing the farm laws. He claims the new laws are anti-farmer. While the rally today began in Punjab, it then also entered the neighbouring state, which is the BJP-governed state of Haryana. In fact, visuals on his screen showed how Rahul himself was driving the tractor while he was in Punjab's Noorpur earlier today. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of the Urban Debate. Thank you so much for being with me.